What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. This is my first video back since New Dawn Part 1. I sort of took a week off. Well, Indigo, my girlfriend, was down here for a week. It was a nice little visit, and I just wanted to put YouTube on the back burner. But I do want to thank you guys for all the support with New Dawn, all the positive responses and feedback. You guys really are pushing me to get started on Part 2, which is why I have now constructed what I believe will be the New Dawn Part 2 arena. I took a lot of time with this thing, and I wanted to make it even better than the Part 1 arena. The Part 1 arena, I just overall wasn't too satisfied with. I actually tried to knock it down to a smaller scale because I thought that I would be moving into college and finishing it up there, but I decided that I would defer my college offer and take a year off. So I now have a year off. I'm not going to be going to school at all. I'll just be working, so it'll give me a lot of time to work on the pick fed and YouTube in general. So I went back to a larger scale size arena, and I really love how this arena looks. I think it just looks absolutely amazing. So we're going to go ahead and get right into things. I'm going to show you guys the brand new arena, plus I have a small announcement regarding the WFigs Halloween Havoc show. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into things. So I've got you guys now off the tripod, and I think one of the biggest differences you'll probably notice with this arena is the fact that I did go back to the more modern style barricades. In part 1, I used the classic style barricades with the graded sort of look, and I really did like how that looked for a smaller style show. But after filming with those things and how much they move around and just plain annoying they are, plus you can't really do too much with them, whereas these ones, you know, it'll actually like support figures and they're a lot more sturdy. So I decided to go back to the modern black barricades. So they're back up now. I also was originally going to move to the version 2 of the Extreme Sets pop-up, but I only had one of them and it didn't really fit, so I did 2 pop-ups and gave it an even bigger look than it would have been if I just used one. Another thing here is you can see the cage is set up on the ring, of course, for AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe, the main event. Just wanted to see how it would look, and I think it looks absolutely amazing. I'm going to go ahead and remove the cage now. So there you guys can see what the arena will look like for all the other matches, i.e. the 6-pack challenge and the Cruiserweight Championship matches. I still do have the NXT ring skirt on. I didn't really have any other ring skirts that I think really fit it. I do need to get a custom one made for UWF down the line, but this is essentially how the arena is going to look without the steel cage. During the cage match, I'm probably going to remove the close side of the wall so that you guys can get more of an in-cage look, and there won't just be a wall blocking all the action. I've never really done a steel cage match before, and I'm very nervous to film that match, but I think it's going to be overall very exciting. Moving on back to this far corner, you see I made this little exit back here that would go sort of like to the backstage area, and I've got a stretcher set up there, so I think that could have some possibilities. I'm not exactly sure what I wanted to do with it, but I just wanted to have like a second way out other than the stage, which we'll get into now because this is probably my favorite part. You guys do know if you watch part 1 that the stage was relatively plain for that show, but for this one I did use the SmackDown Live pop-up stage thing that Mattel recently made, and I absolutely love how this thing looked. Obviously I just took off the SmackDown thing on the top, and I added this piece, which is one part that is not finished with the arena yet. Now this piece is actually an old part of an Elimination Chamber playset. It's one of the 4 sides that go around the ring, and then you'd have all the cage walls which would peg into those ports right there. And then I just stuck a UWF logo on there. Now I'm not sure that I like this. I think it looks decent. I do like how the UWF logo looks there with the whole stage design, but I'm thinking about one of 2 things. One, either removing that logo and putting up the pay-per-view logo so it'll say UWF New Dawn, or the one that I'm really leaning to is I did just pick up a couple of green pieces of poster board. I've got like 2 or 3 of these things, I believe. They're kind of stacked up all together here. I've got 2 of them, so I could put this thing sort of in the middle here and cut around it and make this thing an actual green screen that we could put up there, and then it would actually play the Superstars entrance videos and look a lot more professional than just editing it in like I did for part 1. So that's a very real possibility. So the stage isn't entirely finished yet, but you guys let me know down in the comments below. Should I do a green screen for this part? I'm leaning towards yes. I think that would look really cool, sort of like an MDT style thing. But no matter what, this piece just sort of sits like right here. There's not really like taped on or anything like that. It's not attached at all. It just kind of sits there above the stage, and I went ahead and put Velveteen Dream there just to see how it would look. He is one of the competitors in that 6-pack #1 Contenders Challenge match that I'm very excited to film. And then over on the side of this stage here, we've got 2 tables set up, and that's essentially just because I didn't want that side of the stage to feel empty. When we get to the close side, you'll see what I mean. This side's like a lot more busy, but I didn't want this stage side to feel empty, so I put 2 tables there, which I'm sure they're inevitably going to be involved in some sort of a spot during one of the matches. And then over on the close side here, we do have the timekeepers area, as well as the commentary booth with JBL and Corey Graves, all sorts of microphones and ring bells. There's a monitor, a couple of headsets there. We've got our referee that'll of course be in the ring for the entire show, but yeah, we've got an MDT chair set up right there, and there is the UWF Cruiserweight Championship ready for action when Tyler Bate and Neville are going to contend for it. Very, very excited to film that matchup as well. We've, of course, got a little bit of crowd here, but the majority of it's down here, and you guys can actually see over here. I've kind of got a Strowman section going on with Roman Strowman in the middle. I thought that'd be funny. We also have Vince McMahon right there, and he's wearing a Bullet Club shirt because we know Vince McMahon absolutely loves the Bullet Club. We've got a camera guy, and then just, yeah, it's mostly basic figures. There's a few elites like in this corner, but then pretty well the rest of the crowd is for the most part basic figures just wearing like rubber shirts. But yeah, that is pretty well the main part of the arena here. I do also have the new Extreme Sets backstage thing finally set up back here, so that'll probably be involved in the show at some point. I know I didn't have anything really backstage for part 1, but I'm sure there's going to be some sort of a backstage part during part 2. So that is essentially the arena, but I did mention there was another thing I wanted to get into, and that is the WFigs Halloween Havoc 2019 show. If you're not familiar with what this is, a lot of pick fighters have been like posting about it over on Instagram. It's essentially a large collaboration show that's going to take place, I guess, on Halloween, and it's just going to be a lot of pick fighters from the community uploading these single matches, and they're all going to sort of be part of one show, but they're all going to be like individual matches on different people's channels. And it's going to be a huge opportunity for a bunch of pick fighters to showcase their skills and get some feedback as well, and some tips and pointers. And I definitely want to jump on this. As you guys know, I'm sort of just bringing the pick fed back, so it's going to be really good for me to get some feedback and stuff like that and really get my pick fed out there once again. So I have decided that I will be participating in this show. If you've seen the forums and you're one of the fighters participating, then you may have seen the matchup that I will be doing. I was sort of late to the drawing table, but I was able to pick out a match that I am extremely excited to film. I'm not exactly sure if this is going to go up before New Dawn Part 2 or not. I'm going to start filming New Dawn Part 2, but if I feel like it's getting too close to the deadline, then I'm going to pause New Dawn and get this match out. But the match that UWF will be represented by is Tyler Bate, one of the men competing for the UWF Cruiserweight Championship, and he is going to be taking on my personal favorite wrestler IRL, Tommaso Ciampa. Now, if New Dawn does drop before Halloween Havoc and Tyler Bate does win the Cruiserweight Championship against Neville, I will more than likely make this a championship match of Tyler Bate defending against Tommaso Ciampa. But if this comes out either before New Dawn or after New Dawn and Tyler Bate was unsuccessful in winning the title, then it will just be a one-on-one Cruiserweight division match representing UWF. But I'm very, very excited for Halloween Havoc. I'm really excited to showcase 2 of UWF's best talents. It's more than likely going to be the debut match for Tommaso Ciampa, and I'm very excited to use him in the Fed. As of now, I think he's going to be partnered with Johnny Gargano, of course, in DIY. Tyler Bate is obviously going to be a big player in the Cruiserweight division, of course, since he is competing for the title. Whether he is successful or not, it doesn't matter. He's definitely going to be a big player in the division. But this is the match that will be representing UWF. I think there's something like 10 to 15 other pick fighters also participating in this show, so I'm very excited to be a part of it. It's a true honor, and I'm definitely excited to film this matchup. I'm probably going to use the same arena, but maybe I'll try and find some like Halloween stuff to add to it, you know, at least on the stage or something like that. I'll see what I can come up with. But this is going to be the matchup representing UWF, and I'm very excited to film it. So that is essentially going to do it for this video. A little bit of an update on New Dawn the arena construction. I haven't really started filming any of the matches yet. I want to get the arena done first, of course, and the official announcement of my Halloween Havoc match for those of you who haven't really seen it on the forums at all. I will go ahead down in the description below and leave a link to that whole thread on the WFigs forums if you want to see some of the other matches that people are going to be putting up around Halloween for that Halloween Havoc collaboration show. But this is the match that will be representing UWF. This is the arena for New Dawn. Let me know what you guys think of the arena and this matchup down below. Any early predictions at all, feel free to drop them. Like the video if you did enjoy, subscribe for New Dawn Part 2 and Halloween Havoc. I should have another video for you guys coming out tomorrow. Definitely want to get back on this YouTube grind. So I will see you guys then. Thank you very much.